hating Commander Waterford, but I guess I can still hate him now that he's dead. Hi, Shirley, how are you? I am just going to, I guess, answer some of your questions. One of the first general questions was from Love Capitals, love your name, and it was, were you shocked when you read the script for the season finale? Shocked is not the word. I thought I got like a hacked version, like not a real version. Oh, here Yvonne is coming in. Let me see, view request. Go live with you. Is she coming? I don't know how we're doing this. I think she is. Yvonne? Oh dear. Yvonne, I can't see you. Oh, maybe I can say that. Yes, go and send request. Sorry, I'm not a millennial and this is very difficult for me to do. I don't know why I can't get her on. Yvonne, can you see me or hear me? This is a disaster. Yvonne, try to request me again. Okay, send request. There. Can you try to come on? Thank you for bearing with me and us. So as I was saying, I didn't think that the script was for real, but then I guess it is. And Yvonne is trying to get on. Can anyone help? Okay. Yvonne, I still see you. Go live with Yvonne. There we go. We did it!
Oh my God.
Hi.
I have no idea how to do this.
Well, I was saying to all the millennials, like, God bless you, because this is the first time I'm doing it. Hi, my love.
Hi.
I love this hair.
Woo, thanks.
Is this for a job, or did you just get sick of life? What's happening?
It's for life. I made a life choice for once in my life with my hair, and I
I
just
love it.
off. Yeah.
I love it. It's so chic and so sexy and so edgy.
Thanks. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, well, you're here now, and so we have a ton of questions to get through, so I'm going to dive right into one of the first ones for yours. First of all, the first question is from me. How did you feel about that finale?
I mean, when I first read it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
My jaw was on the floor. I mean, it was some really intense reading. And so fun also for the show to take a turn like this and to do something like this. But I mean, I shed a tear. I shed tears when it was our final day on set. I mean, it's sad for me. I know we play a horrible couple on the show, but Joe's my friend.
I know.
So I was like,
know. I think
yeah,
one of the questions I get really often, I got it today, was just how do we have friendships with characters like Serena Joy and Commander Waterford offset after after you slapped me in my face in season 3. And it's, I think that people really need to understand that, particularly this cast, everyone is so lovely that it's very easy to disassociate the character. And then especially Joe is just so lovely, so it's hard to not have his presence on set. Or
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Really,
So I have a question for you.
wait, are we supposed to be doing spoiler alerts? We should warn people because I'm
I
seeing.
warned. I
Oh,
warned.
you did.
I told them stay, but
Uh,
earmuffs the whole time.
yeah. Okay. Because I'm seeing people be like, ah.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of your questions
Or
surround another warning for everyone who's here. If you haven't seen the finale, earmuffs. Turn the volume off. Just watch us do this. Okay. From Robin Kors, what will happen to Serena now that Fred is out of the picture?
I kind of thought I thought this could go two ways. I think the most obvious choice that they'll never do is drinking wine.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you, friend.
This was going to be so stressful. I didn't know if I was going to be able to use technology.
I'll just take my lemon water over here. Uh, the most obvious choice and the one that they probably will never do. I mean, I'd be shocked if they wrote this that Serena, now that she's a fertile woman, somehow finds her way back in Gilead and ends up having to face the handmaid's life.
Oh.
And
Oh.
and deal with that, and like potentially, you know, it kind of flips it, because especially with the kind of exploration of June's kind of more villainous side through her rage and her trauma, it's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting flip in a lot of ways. However, I think the more realistic choice is, and the one that we see in everyday life, is the one where Serena becomes a spokeswoman again and the voice of a political party of some
Yeah.
kind,
Yeah.
makes her way up the chain somehow, and kind of picks up where she left off pre-Gilead. I can totally see that happening.
Me too. Me too. I don't know if you know, I have my own desire for Serena Joy, where I'm not sure exactly what happens to her. I just don't want her to have the baby, and I want to get the baby. I want the baby. Rita will take the baby.
Oh, well, you know, I mean,
Which is so mean, but I mean, I figure my whole purpose of being there and serving in the Waterford House for so long was to potentially raise a baby. And so just give me the baby, maybe. Maybe.
It's not, you know, I think now that with the kind of ending, without spoiling anything for those of us who are just joining and
Now.
not understanding that there are mega spoiler alerts in this conversation, but I'll tread lightly. So the way that you know, it's ended, I think if Serena ever were to find out who was responsible for for part of the ending,
Mm-hmm.
that we all know what we're talking about at this point
Yes.
right now. I think she would live in absolute fear that that could for sure be something that would happen, like the June or Rita or that the group of people that are ex-Gileadians would do something if June's capable of that.
Yes.
Thing, then I don't think that if Serena gets out of detention, she's living in any kind of peace.
No.
I think she's living in fear at that point.
Me too. Me too. Okay, I have another question for you. This is from, oh my goodness sakes, Exqua Toledo. Please don't hate me for saying that, but it's a cool handle. Why wasn't Serena punished for her crimes as well?
Ask Bruce Miller.
I feel like we should just forward all of these questions to Bruce.
Yeah. Am I allowed to ask you a question?
Yes.
In this, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, but I want to know more about Rita's history. What's next for Rita?
Aside from taking your baby, I think that I would love to see her find remnants of herself before she got to Gilead. I think that we went on a journey with her from season 1, and she was very hard and a hardened person. And then I've slowly tried to soften her throughout the years, and allow Gilead to break her down more and show a little bit of her heart. And so I would like her to return, not necessarily to a hardened person, but to have a little more confidence, a little more autonomy over her own life, to find her voice back, to not dress like she's still in Gilead or talk like she's still in Gilead. We don't know any of her family. We don't know anything. So I'd like her to find a boyfriend, have a baby, get a Mazda.
Get a Mazda.
Just for all the Mazda people out there, we're looking for some sponsorships next year. I would just like to see her have some normalcy that's not about taking care of someone else. It's not about taking care of June. It's not about taking care of Serena. That's about taking care of herself. And I don't even know if Rita knows what that looks like. So I'm hoping that that'll play in an adventure. Or / I'd like to see her backstory and then get killed.
Oh, you
not killed, but like not leave, but like just have some fun. I think Maddie's here, or somebody's here. Can you send that again, Madeline? I just would like to see her get into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Is there one person you think that lives in Toronto that you could see yourself reconnecting with as Rita?
Is it working?
Oh,
guys!
Hi,
Yvonne, your hair is gorgeous and amazing and wonderful.
Isn't it great?
I've just gotten out of the shower. I am in Mexico.
Oh my God.
Amanda, no one has ever had whiter teeth than you. Are you kidding me?
I know. It's just
gorgeous.
it's the ring light. That's
No,
also
it's
not nice for
beautiful.
people to watch. Why are you in Mexico?
I'm just vacationing, babe. I'm just on vacation.
But you're
Nice.
so like brown and sensual. I love it.
We're here, we're doing it. It's
Okay,
really, really
so
great. Guys, hi.
that,
Okay, let's do it. Yes.
that being said, I have
Hey,
a question.
Vaughn.
Hi, you look great.
Thank you, so do you. Look at you guys.
So this is how we're doing it for those of you who have just joined. Yvonne is being very diplomatic and delicate about spoilers. I gave like a shout out at the beginning to people saying that there could be spoilers, so earmuffs. I just want to say that again. There probably will be spoilers. So do what you want to do when answering the questions. But my first question up for you, Madeline, was from Casey Lowe's 26. Do you believe Janine will be upset with June when she finds out about Fred's death?
Yes. And part of that is just me when I was watching the finale, because I loved the finale.
Yeah.
But I was also like, June, must we go there?
Yeah.
But I also felt like it was a really incredible opportunity to give a little bit of catharsis to people who've been with us for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And like, I know as Janine, somewhere in my body, I felt catharsis, but I think Janine is not a revenge seeker.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Rita.
You know? So I think that she would just be like, dude, what are you doing? You got a kid. You got 2 kids. What are you doing?
I know. I completely agree.
Revenge makes you do crazy things. So.
I was saying that I think it's going to be one of the most polarizing episodes of TV, and from the reactions I've seen so far, it's been that. Some people are just loving it, and other people are saying June.
I was at breakfast this morning with my friends. We were eating huevos rancheros, and we were discussing the episode because we all had such conflicting opinions and ideas about how we felt about it and what we thought it meant, and you know, it's really definitely a conversation starter for sure.
It really is. Okay, Yvonne, I have one for you. What is one of your, this is good, Nemi 101. This is a spicy. What is one of your worst memories from the set of The Handmaid's Tale?
One of my worst memories.
Mm.
I mean, I'm going to say just being really effing cold. Like, really, really, really cold. It's cold in
yeah, it's pretty cold.
I mean, it honestly, like, sometimes when there was a day it was minus 25 Celsius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We lost background artists that day to the cold. Like, people were dropping like flies. I mean,
that's a day where people had was it frostbite? The two.
Well, there was that day. I wasn't there that day, but I remember hearing about that.
I was there that day.
There was another day. It was literally just a walk from Joe and Fred, Serena walk from a building outside, and there was a ton of it was the umbrella shot. Remember that gorgeous umbrella shot?
I was there. Oh, it was cold.
Yeah, and I just remember, you know, I couldn't feel my ears. Literally within 2 seconds. I mean, there's nothing worse than having to pretend it's one kind of a temperature when it's really not.
It's a very different temperature.
That's very true.
Can I just ask one? Sorry, because now I'm curious. I want to ask you, do you see yourself, your character, doing something similar that what June did to Fred to Aunt Lydia one day? Or do you think it's more likely that Maddie could become like an Aunt Lydia one day?
Oh my God. Oh, that question. Oh, it's like I've been pondering this since the season ended because I'm like, what are we doing? How's this going to end? How's this going to happen? And the way I think about it, especially with Aunt Lydia and Janine, is that it's an abuse dynamic, and there's like a little Stockholm syndrome in there, but the love that they have for one another, in my opinion, is absolutely pure. I don't think Janine could do that unless it was because she knew Aunt Lydia, kind of like, I guess that's why I've seen a lot of stuff that's like, oh, Janine is going to be the new June of Gilead.
Oh.
Because it's like, well, June was the one there who was like, we have to make the sacrifices to save the children. We have to make the sacrifices to save other people.
Oh, like that.
And I feel like
yeah.
that's going to be kind of maybe where Janine is, which is like, there are sacrifices that have to be made to save other people.
I just got
and
something
I think
from someone saying, Janine, please kill Aunt Lydia.
which I don't think would ever
Wow.
happen. I don't think she'd ever kill Aunt Lydia. And I don't think that, and I've said this to one of the writers, actually, I've said point blank to them, if you make Janine an aunt, she'd rather die. She'd rather die than enforce that on anyone else.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I love looking at the theories on Twitter though, about like what it becomes. So many ideas.
Speaking of theories, because I just discussed what Yvonne thinks that of her possible fate, and she was saying that it could be something like she becomes the face of sort of the new political party, or returns to her roots as like you were sort of like an evangelical speaker. Is that what? Yeah, that's what Serena Joy was, right?
Yeah. Speaking about, females in the domestic environment and trying to empower females in their biological with their biological responsibility as childbearing and that whole thing.
And so that being said, Maddie, where do you think Janine's fate lies in season 5?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I feel like she's an obvious asset to Aunt Lydia. I think that there's a possibility that Aunt Lydia wants her to become an aunt, because it's like, but then it's like, then I think about Gilead and I'm like, if Janine can still have babies, they're going to try to make her have more babies. But then I think, okay, maybe they'll make her like an Akana wife, or like let her go be a person.
Sure.
Probably not.
No. Will lie on your behalf, though. I could just lying on your behalf and being like, no, she can't have babies anymore. So she has to be.
Right. Like, yeah. And just, like, okay, that's true. That's true.
That's really good. Okay, next question. Yvonne, DIY Balanced Life wants to know, what was the most satisfying scene you filmed during season 4? This is a two-parter, because I read recently that epic scene with you and Lizzie was 25 takes. The one in episode 9 where she comes and visits you.
If it was, I don't remember how long
it was. Bruce talks about it. Yeah, you filmed very many different versions. So okay, that was my question. But the question is from DIY Balanced Life. What was the most satisfying scene you filmed during season 4?
Oh God!
I miss you guys.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I mean, that one was obviously very epic. It was epic because it was, they come together again, and it was 6 episodes of waiting, and it was very obviously explosive. I guess, it's the first time that we see Serena perhaps maybe that vulnerable to that extent, and the first time we saw June be that vicious. So it was kind of expanding the two polar opposite kind of emotions to the even further depths of whatever I'm trying to say here.
It was cool watching them flip. It was cool watching them flip dynamics, flip power.
Do you understand me?
Do you understand? Yeah. Like,
what's great? I need to credit this person on there's a video on YouTube, like I think it's called June/Serena, She's a Monster, and someone has spliced together those exact moments where they do similar things. So obviously the Do You Understand Me is a throwback to the season 1 episode where Serena throws it to the ground, says the same thing, and so, which is why I was bringing up that villainous aspect of June that we see her explore this season, because it's interesting how whoever edited this has layered in those kind of villainous moments of June's and put them right next to Serena's villainous moments. And it just makes you think a little, it just makes you go, because it's just fascinating, Anyway, I think whoever did that was very clever. Worth checking out.
Me too. Me too. I would like to say, see it. I wish we could give the person credit. I have a general question for both of you. This is from Lexi McKinney. Which character from The Handmaid's Tale do you most relate to? Not yours. You can't say yours.
I think personally, oh God, Brad.
That's what I was gonna say.
What's his name? What's his character's name?
Commander
Joseph.
Lawrence.
I've had some mezcal.
Lawrence.
Commander Lawrence. Yes, and because he's calculated and he's manipulative, but he's kind somewhere in there, and he's cold, and I just maybe he's what I like. If I was presented with Gilead, he's what I would hope how I hope I would respond, like try and destroy it from the inside out a little bit. Is what I get from him, while also being just kind of a smartass, because that's fun too. So I relate to
Joseph. Yvonne?
Why would you say Brad? You first.
Well, I have two. I have Matt. I have Janine. Just because I can be quite childlike, and I have a hard time with seeing things, and so
that's enough right there.
That's enough. And so I relate to that sort of childlike ridiculousness that I love, that is Janine, and it's also probably because I love the character. But Lawrence is because I like the character the best. He is hilarious and dark and a mystery. I don't even know what the hell he's going to do. He's odd and off-putting, and he's so many things in one man that I relate to him as a human being, because we're all dark and funny and lovely and childlike and weird. You haven't answered.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
It's because you want to say Serena Joy, and you can't because nobody likes her.
No, I'm not gonna.
I like her.
I mean, I don't know her technically. Yeah. Janine does not know her.
I don't know. In a way, the first person that actually popped into my mind was Samira's character.
Moira, yeah.
Moira. Where is Samira? I'm gonna
Moira, because I feel
a baby.
In that, I feel like in that situation, like she just really kind of just like put her head down and got through it. And back when she was in Gilead, she was like, let's just get through this shit. And then and I don't know, and I just kind of I guess I relate to that a little bit. Just get through this and get it done, and that part of it.
Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to find Samira because she requested to join, and now I can't find her. Send request. There we go.
Maddie, you've done this before, haven't you?
No idea how this works.
Oh, you've never done it?
I've done an Instagram live of me just like acting a fool before, but I've never done like a formal
thing where you have to let people in.
Happening.
I just let her know that we're ready for her again. Okay, so I won't keep too much more of your time. I just want to have it so that all four of us are in the same room, and I can't find her. Another question. This is another general question. I feel like we get asked this a lot, though. The show is very emotional. Sorry, from Jegia V. The show is very emotionally intense. Is it mentally challenging to get into character?
Not anymore.
No?
Not anymore. I would agree. Yeah. Not anymore. It's kind of like you slip right into it physically. The voice, when you put the clothes on, all that stuff,
Totally. I have to say I had a really hard time not wearing, I had a really hard time. Okay, so sorry, update. Samira cannot join us because of mommy duties, unfortunately, but
when you're mom, you're mom.
Love, and if you're a mom, you're a mom. I had a really hard time this season wearing normal clothes because I relied so much on the costume. And unlike you guys, I don't have flashbacks. I don't know Rita outside of what is in Gilead. So it was very difficult to try to find her in normal clothes or contemporary clothes.
I felt, honestly, it was hard. It was difficult for me to find Janine in my flashbacks because I'm not used to that Janine.
Oh, that was
like
weird.
I haven't met that Janine yet. So I was like, who is this? Like, she's been in my mind for a long time, but she's not been in my body for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So getting to know Janine in the flashbacks was really difficult for me. I was like, what the hell am I doing?
I know.
Who
That's
is
what it
this?
felt. Yes, it felt very foreign. And thank God I implemented a little bit of a weird limp not weird. Limps aren't weird. Because it's the thing that that enabled me to physically sort of call back to the Rita that I knew, and so that really helped. But yeah, it was new. All right, now we
put
have.
rocks in your shoes?
Pardon?
Put pebbles.
Did you still put pebbles in your shoes?
No.
You did.
I did at the beginning, right? Remember, outside of our trailers, we have all of the stones. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, but once you arrived in Canada, the character arrived in Canada, you didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it, but I still have the limp, but I just don't do it anymore. Who was the name of the sound guy in seasons 1 and 2?
Eric?
Big guy. Yeah. Lovely. He caught me a couple times because I was limping on the wrong leg, and he was like, "Hey, you want to switch over?" I forgot because I didn't put the pebbles in. I was really having a time. Just
that is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I'm not going to keep much longer of your time. Can you guys stay for like 5 more?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you I put you on the spot, but thank you.
I'm going to send a text message really fast.
The Nick and June love affair runs so deep. Are you as obsessed with it as we are?
Yes. I think it's fascinating. I mean, and Nick, what are you, what, oh my God, this comment, Maddie, you're so inappropriately dressed for a work function.
Who was that? Who said that? Purple Breezes, honestly, I'm on vacation in Mexico. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Don't let them vacation shame you. You look fantastic.
No,
you are way too dressed up. I can't believe you're not.
I think that this is the perfect way to dress. I'm just FaceTiming with my friends, and you just so happen to be here.
Right.
Purple Breezes.
Okay, so Yvonne, you're obsessed with the Nick and June love affair. Madeline, Wagwan.
What am I upset? What is the question?
The Nick and June love affair runs so deep. Are you all as obsessed with it as we are?
Listen, I know that I should be, and I'm like supposed to be.
Oh.
No, because I look at OT and I watch these episodes with OT being a perfect human being. And I just can't. I'm just like, look at him. Oh my God. In the finale, and then with that light that was there, and he just like went into that light, there was like sunlight, like the morning light.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Liz Garbus directed that episode. Gorgeous.
And him waking up out of sleep and then immediately seeing her covered in blood, which, by the way, I saw the original where there was no blood and they put the blood in post. And so I didn't realize that was messed up. But yeah, I agree with you.
On the baby's face.
On the baby's face. On the baby's face. I do agree with you that I love passion, and there's some passion there.
There's passion there.
June and Nick.
Oh, episode 3, that kiss on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you guys really like each other, don't you? Which I love. I'm so glad. And he's, and the fact that, if I could have 2 men in my life who want to like do things for me as much as Luke and Nick do.
I know.
I'd be in a good spot. I'd be in a really good spot.
And then just be able to balance them both and see.
Yeah, and just be like, you can do that and you can do that, and everybody's helping me out. Great.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up very quickly, but since Samira wasn't able to join us, I'm going to throw 2 questions for her at each of you, but I think that they're great because we get the same questions. So I just think it would be interesting for one of you to answer. So Yvonne from Pressonen Emma Pressonen, has June lost touch with reality?
Not with her own reality. I mean, I think no, no. I mean, I think it looks like she has, but, and yes, I mean, in a way she has, but her reality in her mind is she's really angry. Like,
Mhm.
she's been through, God, so much abuse, so much abuse. And now she has some kind of freedom from it. I mean, and that is her reality. Her trauma is playing out right now in absolute rage.
Totally.
Something to be said for that, like honoring that part of it, and like honoring that part of yourself and those feelings that you have. I mean, maybe you don't need to go out and, you know, murder people, but when I look at that character's journey, and when I look at that she was denied justice in a court system,
Yeah.
right? She was denied that. Mark Tuello with the whole thing denied. Then you got to wonder, as someone who's been through that much, taking matters into their own hands, you know, there's a part of me that goes, oh yeah, I get that, you know.
Yeah. 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 Okay,
I,
Maddie, which, pardon?
it's a really complex question, a
I
complex answer.
know. It's a
Yeah.
great question. I really also think it's interesting, like if it posed to different characters, because I think we all would have a different, as different individuals, but also our different characters, how we feel about that. But we don't have time. So, Maddie, this is from Fragile Jedi. Which cast member makes others break character or laugh during scenes?
Amanda. Amanda does. And
Nina?
it used to be Nina. I mean,
No, I know.
Or Bahia. Honestly, Bahia with one like look will just send me. But no, yeah. But then my gals are gone. So
I know. How does that make you feel?
sad. Oh my God, I mourned them for like weeks. But also, they immediately, like Bahia moved. They both moved away. Like Nina went to Niagara and Bahia went to Montreal, and I was just at home like, what do I do with myself?
I know.
Ugh.
Well, at least, I mean, we'll still hopefully get to see each other when the world opens up at parties and that kind of thing. Okay, one more question each, and then I'll let you go. Yvonne, I'm hearing a lot and even seeing in the comments, and I want to know if you think this. Is your baby, is Serena Joy's baby's Fred's baby, or is it Mark's baby? Can we settle this?
Everybody,
Say it again?
Calm down on this Mark Tuello business. It is Fred's baby. Unless they're gonna change this and surprise us. No, I mean, Bruce Miller confirmed this too the other day. It's you know, when last season when Serena and Fred were on their road trip to the border of Canada, and they had that intimate moment. They pulled over at the Airbnb or whatever it was, the bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
And they came together for one final hurrah in the bedroom. And that was the sacred, blessed day. Praise be.
That was the baby day.
Baby.
That was the baby day. Okay, finally, I don't know. I think that's it. Last thing, and this is a silly thing. What do all of us do to release tensions on set? And this is from MVP Trop.
Release tensions on set? I don't want to say what I was going to say.
I'd like you to say it, please.
Well, the handmaids have often played Fuck, Marry, Kill. Just to pass the time.
Who would you kill?
Just like random people or like characters from TV shows, mostly. You know?
Oh my God.
Just toss them in there.
Oh,
it was Nina's idea, of course.
Of course.
What do you think?
Yvonne,
Very fun, passes the time.
What about you, Yvonne?
I don't know that I relieved my what was the relieve the
relieve where to go release tension.
I don't know that I do on set. I mean,
absolutely do. You stretch.
Oh,
do a lot of deep.
Here you go. Like
we come up for rehearsal and Yvonne's not wearing her costume, and you are so the opposite of Serena Joy. It's not fun. You're probably the most different from your character than everybody, and you throw one of those very long legs on the counter and you stretch. You do deep, weird stretches. You make noises.
Were you a dancer? Are you a dancer?
I was a dancer, but you made me sound like I'm some yogi specialist. I'm not like a yoga I just
You
like
gotta get the tension out.
I
You
just
gotta
like,
move it around.
you know,
You know?
free myself, I guess.
There's a lot of movement from Yvonne. It's also so because Serena Joy is so proper, and then to see Yvonne.
So you just like slap a leg up
Yeah.
on the
Great.
counter.
Just slap a leg up.
Slap it up there.
Well, ladies, this was so nice to be able to see you and talk to you.
Guys, you too. It's been so nice to hang for a moment.
know.
I'm sorry I'm inappropriately dressed for a work function.
You are not. Well, from what it looks like here, I don't have any clothes on. So
It
you're
does
more
look-
dressed.
Is it also inappropriate that I drank mezcal on the beach all day? Because like, if that's inappropriate, then I'm very inappropriate.
You are very inappropriate, but we love you.
You know
Thank
me.
you so much, Yvonne, for hopping on so soon and spending the time with me. Thank you, Maddie, for taking time away from your vacation. And I will
Happy
see
to
you,
my friends.
I'll see you ladies soon. Congratulations on your beautiful work this season. You were amazing.
Thank you, my
Likewise.
beautiful girl.
Oh.
Beautiful. Mwah. I love you guys.
Bye.
I'll talk to
I
you
love
soon.
you.
Bye.
I don't know how to end this. Oh, damn it. Okay.
I haven't it either.
Go.
Okay.
Save yourselves. Bye. I don't know, Yvonne. I don't know.